Hi, and welcome to Dad's Surviving Divorce. I'm Dwayne. Today, we're going to talk about moving your life forward. Moving your life forward is really complicated in this situation, especially when you're dealing with the anger and the bitterness. But I'm going to talk about three, not quite simple steps, but three really important steps to help you in that process to really start that ball moving and hopefully to get you to have some immediate successes to where you can see the future or see the possibility of a good future in your life. Okay, the number one process or the number one step in this is focusing on yourself, making sure that you're doing what you need to do to help you recover and deal with this situation. And, that's really important. It's kind of like the whole thing with an airplane, right? When they say, if the oxygen mask drops, put it on yourself before you put it on your passenger or your child, because you have to make sure that you're okay so that all the other two steps actually work together. Now, I have created a playlist called Mindset for Narcissistic Abuse Recovery, which has a collection of videos, which I think really help kind of give you a primer on this. So I'm going to leave a link for that in the cards above. And if I remember, I'll put it in the description below. If you're in the beginning stages of this, it'll help you get your mind in the right frame of mind to really focus on yourself and building that stable environment to basically springboard you into the next step. Okay, the second step of this, which is critical when you have children, and that is building the relationship with your kids. Now, I know that sounds like obvious, but it is a significant step, and there's some critical things that you can do in that to really help. And the first thing is to create that stable environment for them. Reassure them that you love them. It's not conditional. You don't love them if they hate the other person or whatever, that they can talk to you, that they can communicate with you. And part of a big key on this is validating their own feelings. And this can be really tough because a lot of the things that's happening is that you're going to be so triggered. Well, I hate using that word, but basically PTSD type responses are going to happen often, especially in the early stages of this. And your children unwittingly will do that, not necessarily on purpose, but just because, they're going through a hard time too. So you need to be able to validate what their feelings are. And even if it's painful for you, to be able to listen to what they are saying, to be able to allow them to express it to you and not be judgmental about it and not get defensive and, try to explain to them why what they're thinking is wrong or incorrect. Your purpose or your main target in step 2 is to just really build that foundation for the relationship that you have with your kids. And the really important part about this is as you do this and you start seeing results, it's like a snowball effect. Things start getting better and better as you go on. So, you take the stuff from step 1 to where you really get your life in, maybe not completely, in order, but on the right path. And then you take those skills and you incorporate that with what you're doing with your kids. And it really, I talk a lot about infinite do loops or getting stuck in a loop, but that's one of those loops that actually, it does happen and you start getting a lot of success from it. Okay, step 3 on this is start to include new experiences in your life. Now, part of that is taking old memories or old places and creating new memories with it. Now, there's a little bit of a process with that because, obviously initially it's going to be very triggering, but what you want to do is take those experiences that cause you pain and either replace them with new experiences or do something to negate what the experience was, with the ex. Now, a good way to do this is to do something completely new. Go someplace different. Travel someplace, different. Make new experiences other places. If you used to go to the same lake with your ex and the kids, find someplace else to go. Go to the beach if you're near a beach or whatever it is. Find something different that is new and gets you thinking about your future and your experience with your kids and not so much tied with what was going on in the past. This is also a really good opportunity to start doing things that you didn't do before. Now, one of the things that you may fall into this trap, because I know I sure did, is when you don't do things in a relationship and or maybe even don't do things that you want to do. You kind of get stuck in this rut, and you think that you're kind of that, well, I never did this before, that I can't do this now. Well, you need to take a step back and look at some new things that maybe you always wanted to do, or maybe something that you never even thought about, but that might spark your interest. So if there is some new activity, and it could be exercise or working out, that could be it, or it could be, getting into art, or, taking some new classes or something different to expand on what you're doing in your life. Now, if you can do that with your kids, that's even better. But if you do, as long as you're doing something to expand your life and basically reinforce to you that you do have a future, that there is these new exciting experiences. And bottom line, you really have to get out of the mode of thinking about your past relationship, the ex, and what could have been. I mean, I fell victim to that myself, where I was ruminating so much about, what I had lost, what the future should have been, what, my plan was. And all those thoughts keep you trapped in that old mode of thinking and thinking about your ex. And everything that you do that keeps that in your head, keeps that in your mind, is really holding you back from moving your life forward. Bottom line, if you're in the beginning stages of this, it can feel like there is no future. But if you follow these 3 steps and you just keep working on them and just keep going, it's an iterative process, you will start to see results and things will start to improve. And it'll also start moving you out of this constantly thinking about narcissism and toxic divorces, and which I know this is what this channel is about. But bottom line is moving past that is really the key to really getting your life back. And the extra benefit of that is it really starts to negate the power that your ex has over you and the influence they have over your emotions. When you have kids with somebody like this, they're going to be involved in a long time. But these little steps, which are not really little, but these iterative processes to work on yourself and to help your relationship with your kids and to build these new experiences, each one of those diminishes the power that your ex has over your emotions and your mind. Okay, I'm going to wrap this video up. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have something you want to add into to the comments, or maybe you have a question or your own experiences on this, put that in the comments below. And if you like the channel, please subscribe, and I will chat with you guys in the next video. Take care.